Today's horoscope, Pisces February 15th, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Mercury enters your sign today, and your interest in the world around you, especially communicating with it, increases many times over. While you were mostly content to keep your observations to yourself in recent weeks, you're now craving a little more interaction. Still, this is a time when you make more executive decisions, worrying less about feedback and more about what genuinely works for you. It's a good time for increased confidence and enthusiasm for various mental projects or pursuits. In fact, this can be a power period on a mental level. You're ready to put the past behind you, and you have plenty of fresh ideas for the future. You tend to attract what you want through the power of words. Mercury will visit your sign this year in two parts, from today until March 3rd and, later, from March 29th to April 16th. Not only do you hold the tremendous power of Neptune and Saturn within your zodiac sign at this time, but another sweet celestial favorite has begun swimming within you. Mental Mercury, the planet of the mind and communication, is now swimming within the depths of your soul. On the one hand, this could bring more logic to your typically very intuitive and empathic personality. Still, it could also cause you to have a true awakening about how you must ultimately balance both your mind and your heart. Find the correct flow that works for you and use your words like poetry to weave the life of your dreams. How can you express yourself better at work? You may find new ways to share your feedback once Mercury enters your sign, its detriment. Regardless of what you do for work, you can find a creative way to share your thoughts and feelings. If you work in a more traditional setting, you may need to get creative with PowerPoint, handouts, and imagery in your speeches. However, you may have an easier time leaning into the creative mercurial energy if you can share your professionalism through songs, art, and other artistic mediums. You may experience an increase in perspective of some kind. It's especially important now to focus on a diet of healthy foods that nourish your mind as well as your body. Really limit the amount of processed food you eat. You may want to purge your home of unhealthy food sources that lie in wait for those weak moments. Ask your local organic grocer if there is a farmers club you can join, an economic way to have organic produce on a regular basis. When is the last time you went out and did something just for you? Chances are that for you, it's been far too long. Your devotion to duty and responsibility sets an example for all those around you. Yet, taking time for yourself is vital to your overall well-being. It's one of the most important lessons for your life path. Take the initiative on this fun-loving day to get out and enjoy the things you love to do. Since the lunar nodes began their 18-month policing of a balance between your own and your relationship needs in January, the moon's monthly visits to your relationship sector are always going to put a spotlight on anything out of balance. You won't feel the impact from this until the moon crosses the lunar nodes tomorrow. Fortunately, just after Mercury, the planet of communication, returns to Pisces. Until then, in his last full day in a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart and ahead of his return to Pisces tomorrow, time to hear yourself think couldn't be more important. Ahead of Mercury, the planet of communications return to Pisces tomorrow. The moon's monthly visit to your relationship sector is a chance to become more emotionally and intuitively engaged and aware. Even without the lunar node's new policing of a balance between your own and your relationship needs, this is going to put this in the spotlight, giving Mercury something to give a voice to from the start. Daily Planetary Overview. As Mercury enters Pisces, the sign where it feels out of place, you might find that logical thinking, structured communication, and clear analysis seem just a little harder than usual. Have you ever struggled to find the right words, only to realize later that what you meant to say was so much simpler than you made it? This transit has a way of blurring lines, making thoughts feel like waves rather than well-defined sentences. But while words may falter, emotions and creativity take center stage. If you find yourself unable to articulate what's on your mind, consider expressing yourself through other means. Art, music, poetry, and even movement can communicate what words sometimes cannot. This is a time to embrace the beauty of feeling rather than overanalyzing. Have you ever noticed how a song or a painting can say exactly what you're feeling when words fall short? Lean into that energy. Despite some communication struggles, today holds the potential for uplifting news. You may receive a message that brightens your mood, an opportunity, a gift, or recognition for something you've been working on. Have you ever had one of those moments where an unexpected compliment or a small win completely turned your day around? This could be one of those days, so stay open to the good things coming your way. An opportunity may present itself in an area you hadn't even considered before, and if you're willing to take a leap of faith, it could lead to unexpected success. However, if you've been feeling on edge lately, be mindful of how you interact with others. There may be a temptation to engage in unnecessary conflicts or respond with sarcasm, but not everyone will appreciate your sharp wit. Have you ever been in a situation where you said something in jest, only to realize it didn't land well? It's easy to assume that others share your perspective, but this is a good time to be more mindful of how your words affect those around you. If tension is building up, instead of letting frustration dictate your interactions, find a productive way to release it, whether through physical activity, creative expression, or simply taking a moment to step away. Your emotions are running deep, and while that can feel overwhelming at times, it also brings a beautiful opportunity to connect with others in a meaningful way. People are naturally drawn to your openness and warmth, and this is an ideal time to strengthen relationships or even form new ones. If you've been longing for more connection, don't hesitate to reach out. Have you ever felt like someone was on your mind, only to have them reach out to you first? The universe works in mysterious ways, and sometimes all it takes is one small step to bridge the gap. As for your physical well-being, pay close attention to your body's signals. If you've been pushing yourself too hard, either in a fitness routine or in general, take this as a reminder to find balance. Passion and determination are great, but overexertion can lead to burnout. Have you ever set an ambitious goal for yourself, only to realize later that rest and consistency were just as important as effort? Listen to your body, nourish it, and give yourself permission to recharge when needed. A sense of relief is on the horizon. Any pressure you've been carrying is starting to fade, giving you the mental space to make clearer, more constructive plans for the future. Think back to past challenges. What lessons have they taught you? How can you use those lessons to make sure you don't find yourself in the same struggles again? This is a powerful time to define what truly matters to you in relationships, goals, and personal growth. If you've ever wondered what kind of people you want to surround yourself with, what kind of love you want to cultivate, or what kind of life you want to build, now is the time to reflect. Financially, you are handling matters with a sense of calm that others might envy. While some may feel uncertain or stressed about money, you are in a position to approach things with clarity and confidence. If an investment or opportunity presents itself, trust your instincts, but also remember that patience is key. Have you ever made a financial decision in haste, only to wish you had taken a moment longer to think it through? Avoid the temptation to rush. Pride can sometimes lead to unnecessary risks, and while success is within reach, it's important to move forward with wisdom rather than impulse. As the day unfolds, embrace the energy around you. Where do you see opportunities for growth? What areas of your life could benefit from a little more trust and a little less overthinking? The universe is full of possibilities, and sometimes all it takes is a shift in perspective to see them clearly. You are exactly where you need to be, and every experience, whether joyful or challenging, is shaping you into the person you are meant to become. Take a deep breath, trust the process, and step forward with confidence. The future is unfolding, and you have the power to shape it in ways more beautiful than you can imagine.